rolling, check. Calm and stay on the hardwood. Pump faking, rip shaking, chilling with. I be rolling out. Off the hardwood, straight.
This week on Off the Hardwood, we look at the business side of professional basketball with Toronto Raptors GM Glen Grunwald, Raptor President Richard Peddie, and Antonio Davis' agent Bill Duffy. Also, our weekly highlight reel.
Off the window, no! Stick back jam and scored.
Off the hardwood.
To have a person like Vince Carter, commit to this franchise. As good as he is as a player, he's even a better person. And I think that's the sort of thing that's overlooked a lot with Vince. And I'd like to thank Vince on behalf of the fans of Toronto, because I am a fan too. And this is really a tremendous day. And again, words can't really describe it.
You can only sell so much to other players, but when they have to offer until you actually try it or just come see what it's about. And that's why I always tell the guys when I'm recruiting or whatever is that just come check out Toronto 2 or 3 days and just see what it's like. For me, it's a great place to be. I feel comfortable here. It's like home. That's where. I think Dorothy said there's no place like home. And, when I come here, that's what I want to feel like home, and it does.
Well, there were some minor differences, but I didn't think there was a drastic difference in cultures. I grew up in the Midwest in Chicago, a suburb of Chicago, and the cities are very similar in that regard, how they're set up, very multicultural, good sort of Midwestern values, I think, but at the same time, sort of a cosmopolitan flair. So I didn't have any real difficulty adjusting to the city, but, I'm sure there's a few differences, like how we sell milk here. Well, we've done a lot of things. We have people on our staff that when a player first arrives here, we make sure that they're, aware of all the things that we can offer them and how we can help. And in certain situations, particularly with players that have families, we offer a relocation consultant that can, talk to the player, do sort of an interview, a needs assessment, and then try and address those needs and make the player's transition to Toronto as easy as possible. It would happen in any city. But we just are particularly aware of those needs because we started out with all new players. It's not like we have 1 or 2 or 3 new players every year, but our history has been as an expansion team. We've had all new players, and a fair amount of turnover over the course of the year. So we're aware of those problems and issues and how we can best help players.
Glen's put together a real support group with his people, and now we have a brochure that says this is the best place to get your rugs cleaned, and these are some of the restaurants, so we do that. And Rosa Gesualdo has been great. That's a new position we put in last year, who interfaces with the players to help them get established and the likes of that. So it's getting easier. We're also just a wonderful city, and annually I take every player out for lunch once, and I've done the 2 rookies so far this year. And they like the city. I mean, the city has something for everyone.
I hear from players all over say, man, Toronto's a live place. It's loud, and it's a hard place to play now, and that's what it's all about. It makes me feel good because I'm a part of it. I was here when not day one when it was bad, 16-66, but still when the fans didn't really understand the game of basketball, they weren't used to winning, and then I look at it now, the support and just now guys always say, hey, man, I want to come to Toronto. I want to play with Toronto. That's hats off, not just the team, but, to Glen, to Richard, Peddie, just the whole Raptors organization.
I think players have been through Toronto as visiting players on visiting teams, so they see that it's really not that much different than an American city. And the English is spoken, and oftentimes we get questions about, do I have to know French if I'm going to live in Toronto? And, where are the igloos, where are the polar bears, how far away are we when really we're very centrally located. So it's just a process that players are learning about Toronto and what it's really like, and I think basically everyone likes the city. We don't have any problems about the city. It's more personal issues that we've had in the past.
Akeem came here and we gave him a tour of the city. We'll intervene and try to lobby. They want to get their kids into the best schools. We'll help them on that. So we help them.
The management did a wonderful job by educating me about all these possibilities that they have to offer, from the team, the assistants, and the city. I think it's just a perfect fit for me.
All the warmth that I received from the fans, the organization, just people in Canada in general. I think that everybody met me with so much warmth that when it came down to thinking about what I was going to do this off season, when I closed my eyes and pictured myself in a different uniform, the only uniform I could think of was the Raptors uniform.
Should people in Toronto be worried, or should people in Canada be worried that Toronto is going to lose its team?
No. Our issue is not about leaving or closing up shop. Our issue is about winning championships, because we are doing fine. But I want to win championships, and if the dollar is really weak or there are other issues, then maybe we can't invest as much in the team. We're not going anywhere, but we didn't come here just to finish 16th, to get into the playoffs and out. We came here to win a championship. That's the only thing I worry about longer term. But there'll be a Toronto Raptors.
3.9 seconds remaining. Raptors trailing by one. Foul out extended left. Alvin Williams will put the ball in play. Throws it to Olajuwon from the baseline. Got it! With 1.8 seconds remaining. Raps by 104-103. Hakeem Olajuwon coming through at the line and on the floor.
We've seen it happen before. Pro sports teams just get up and move. But financial challenges aside, the Toronto Raptors have no intentions of leaving Toronto. And as one Eastern Conference coach told me, you Torontonians just don't know how good you have it. I'm Paul Jones, and we'll see you next time, Off the Hardwood.